Burj Khalifa gained the highest praise of the world.
The Burj Khalifa, known as Burj Dubai, prior to its inauguration in 2010 as a skyscraper in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, with a total height of 829.8 meter and a roof height of 828 meter. The Burj Khalifa has been the tallest structure and building in the world since its topping out in 2009, supplanting Taipei 101, the previous holder of that status. Construction of the Burj Khalifa began in 2004, with the exterior completed 5 years later in 2009. The primary structure is reinforced concrete and some of the structural steel for the building originated from the Palace of the Republic in East Berlin, the former East German Parliament. The building was opened in 2010 as part of the new development called Downtown Dubai. It was designed to be the centerpiece of the large-scale, mixed-use development. The decision to construct the building was based on the government's decision to diversify from an oil-based economy and for Dubai to gain international recognition. The building is named in the honor of the ruler of Abu Dhabi and the president of the United Arab Emirates, Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Abu Dhabi and the UAE government lent Dubai money to pay its debts. The building broke numerous high records, including its designation as the tallest building in the world. Burj Khalifa was designed by the team led by ABYAN Smith of Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, the firm that designed the Search Towers in Chicago, a previous record holder of the tallest building. Hydro Consulting was chosen to be the supervising engineer with Norgroup Consultant International Limited, chosen to supervise the architecture of the project. The design is derived from the Islamic architecture of the region, such as in the Great Mosque of Tamara. The Y-shaped tripartite floor geometry is designed to optimize residential and hotel space. The buttress central core and wings are used to support the height of the building. Although this design was derived from the Tower Palace tree, the Burj Khalifa central core houses or vertical transportation, with the exception of bigger stairs within each of the wings. The structure also featured a cladding system which is designed to withstand Dubai hot summer temperatures. It contains a total of 57 elevators and 8 escalators. At a certain point in the architectural and engineering process, the original Emaar developers experienced financial problems and required more money and economic funding. Sheikh Khalifa, the ruler of the United Arab Emirates, granted monetary aid and funding, hence the changing of the name to Burj Khalifa. The concept of profitability derived from building high-density developments and malls around the landmark has been proven successful. Its surrounding malls, hotels and condominiums in downtown Dubai have generated the most revenue from the project as a whole, while the Burj Khalifa itself made little or no profit. Critical reception to Burj Khalifa has been generally positive, and the building was received many awards. However, there were numerous complaints concerning migrant workers from South Asia, who were the primary building labor force. This centered in litigious and practical of confiscating passports until duties were complete. Constructions began on January 12, 2004, with the exterior of the structure completed on October 1, 2009. The building officially opened on January 4, 2010 as part of 2-kilometer downtown Dubai development at the first interchange along Sheikh Zayed Road, near Dubai's main business district. The tower's architecture and engineering were performed by Skidmore, Owings and Merrill of Chicago, with Adrian Smith as the chief architect and Bill Baker as chief structural engineer. The primary contractor was Samsung C&T of South Korea, together with local company Arab and the Belgian group. The tower was designed by Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, which also designed the Willis Tower and Chicago in one of the World Trade Center in New York City. Burj Khalifa uses the bundle tube designs of the Willis Tower, intervented by Fosler Rahman Khan. Due to its tabular system, proportionally only half the amount of steel was used in the construction compared to the Empire State Building. Khan's contribution to the design of tall buildings have profound impact on architecture and engineering. It would be difficult to find any worldwide practices in the design of tall buildings that have not been directly or indirectly influenced by his work. The design is reminiscent of Frank Lloyd Wright's vision for the Illinois, a mile-high skyscraper designed for Chicago, as well as Chicago's Lake Point Tower. When Adrian Smith was conceiving the project at SOM, he looked out his office window toward Lake Point's tower, carved three-wing layout in two. There's that prototype. According to Strabala, Burj Khalifa was designed based on the 73-floor Tower Palace 3, an all-residential building in Seoul. In its early planning, Burj Khalifa was intended to be entirely residential. The towers was designed by Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, which also designated the Willis Tower in Chicago in one of the World Trade Center in New York City. Burj Khalifa used the bundled tube designs of the Willis Tower invented by Fazlur Rahman Khan. Due to its tabular system, proportionally only half of the amount of steel was used in the construction. Compared to the Empire State Building, Khan's contribution to the design of the buildings have had a profound impact on architecture and engineering. It would be difficult to find any worldwide practices in the designs of tall buildings that have not been directly or indirectly influenced by his work. The design is reminiscent of Frank Lloyd Wright's vision for the Illinois, a mile-high skyscraper designed for Chicago, as well as Chicago's Lake Point Tower. When Adrian Smith was conceiving the project of SOM, he looked out his office window toward Lake Point's tower's carved three wings layout and told, There's the prototype. According to Strabala, Burj Khalifa was designed based on the 73-floor Tower Palace 3, an all-residential building in Seoul. In its early planning, Burj Khalifa was intended to be entirely residential.